Hello, everyone. Happy Friday night, and welcome into Zelda Speedruns. Tonight, we've got the Z2R 2024 Standard Tournament. This is a Swiss round 4 match between Knucks and Xarnax. Commentating and tracking, doing solo duty tonight, is Mirai. I'm going to hand it over to him. Hope you enjoy the race, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to, as Golden Devil pointed out, the fourth week here, round 4 of our Swiss rounds. 5 weeks of Swiss, and that'll be for seeding purposes before going to brackets. Let me refresh real fast here. But our runners will be off here in a little bit. The 1 and 2 matchup, I will say Knucks is a little newer to the randomizer. He was in the Upstarts tournament, and so he probably doesn't have nearly as much experience as Xarnax, but he has been practicing. He's been attending the dojo of Speedy Boy Tiverius and Vix and Homewrecker. So I know that he's been taken under a good wing for training. Xarnax, on the other hand, long-term runner here, long-term player here, but also vanilla runner. I don't know how much practice Xarnax has been doing, but I will say, regardless of practice, Xarnax does have a haircut and a beard trim and is looking pretty dapper right now. So I think he's ready to race tonight. Countdown has begun there, folks. We will be off shortly. There is going to be another match that starts up here in a little bit that won't get a restream, but that's going to be the Chad Burt Dig Shake matchup. That will eventually get a VOD restream, I'm sure, at some point. But here we go, folks. We are out of North Palace, looking like islands. I don't know what is happening on Knucks' side there. I don't know if that's a bitrate thing or hardware thing. Not sure, but we're going in. I missed what spell was in Mito because I was busy looking at the flickering. And here we've got Raru. We're just going in. We're just going to grab the spell. Go west to find the magic container. Okay. Got it. Mito is one of those things where you're not really sure if you want to go in 3 screens to get the hint. But if this is for fairy or something right away, again, I missed that spell. Oh, it's for shield. Knucks is both their trackers have shield tracks. So there you go. It is for shield. It is just for the medicine here. And we've got a mystery west for medicine. So a little bit of a disappointment there, unless, of course, you've got a boulder-blocked cave or some boots-locked cave on this particular islands biome that you can't reach. You'll know that the medicine is still out there somewhere. Looks like fairy spell in Raru there for Xarnax, and now soon to be Knucks. So this is really like, again, if fairy is castable right off the bat, and I missed the cost at Magic 1 there, but if fairy is castable, then you would just go right back into Mito to get downstab, right? So one of those things that kind of catches you in terms of routing. That's Trophy Cave right there. If we didn't have a way to go west out of start, then this is going to be the boots here in an islands biome. One day we will have islands need to be traversed. It is just a magic container, so I'm assuming we can go west out of start. Fairy for Knucks as well, also missing the cost on his side. But Xarnax now has 80 magic at Magic 2. 118 in Magic 2, so definitely not going to be castable at Magic 1 either. Probably still 118. That's incredibly high, so I'm assuming we're just going to walk west, or do we have a south path here? Oh, we have another town. We have a south path. We do. Spell in Ruto. Yeah, I wonder if it's actually just a capture card thing on his side. Referring to Knucks' glitching there. Guma sits on the trophy. Okay, well, P5's item might be dead for us. Oh, he's messing with it now. There we go. I can see his camera. He's kind of off to the side, leaning off to the side, doing a little jiggling, I'm sure. Has gotten a little... Well, I spoke too soon. I don't know if Xarnax got any hints in there, but it is what it is. Another magic container. That'll help us get closer to casting that very expensive fairy. That fairy spell is going to come down, though, in the next level or so. But 96 magic right off the bat is pretty good, especially if fairy stays expensive. All right, Knucks about to see Spelltown here as well. Going to go in for the trophy hint. I'll try to see if I can catch any hints on his side. Oh, we've got a full cut there. Uh-oh. Yeah, interesting. Well, I've got one side of Saria here. We're not going to check the spell. We're just going to grab it. At this point, could be Life, Thunder, Reflect, or Fire. I guess there's a fifth spell out there I'm forgetting. Jump. Jump. There it is. Jump, Life, Reflect, Fire, Thunder. West to find the raft. Okay. The bot giving a little bit of a hint today. We'll see if that raft is going to be required. Yeah, I don't think there were any hints in Rudo. Oh, I don't know. We still have 2 more hints to go on the west side of Rudo here. Knucks getting the information that P5's got our trophy. Going to skip the house and just talk to the woman on the street there. We will see what Xarnax picks up here as Knucks is going to get his 6th container. It is jump. Well, are we going to go back for downstab sooner than later here? Definitely castable. We are. It looks like an up and A immediately. Probably just going to grab downstab, get that medicine hint. And we're not too far from start. I assume Knucks is going to do exactly the same thing. I will say that Knucks has been using this Crystallis sprite, the protagonist of Crystallis. Canonically has no name. I will point out there's a bit of debate on whether the name Simea is canon or not, but no comment. We're not going to turn that into the debate table here. But he is using that. That's a nice sprite that was created by Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler's got several sprites. There's a few artists who have several sprites in the randomizer here, just built in and offered by default. Xarnax using the Zelda sprite here, has gotten his downstab. Knucks going to get the jump spell here as well. We'll see if he goes deeper back to the bot. I don't want to curse it, but it looks like Knucks's glitching has subsided, at least for now. So we're on mostly parity with hints here. The only difference is that Xarnax has the Western Raft hint. And we're going to head further south. All right, is Knucks going to up and A here shortly? Is we going to see a little bit more of this before going back to grab downstab? Downstab is one of those techniques, as any runner knows, that someone's got it, the other one doesn't, that there is a bit of an advantage there, sometimes more so than a little bit of an advantage. So we'll see how long Knucks wants to stick around and keep exploring here. Xarnax is about to meet back up with him over here. 1-ups in the drop pool, looks like, from the small enemy drop pool. This is 2 or 5 right here. I don't remember we swung. It is P2. Okay, GP just south of it. And a cave facing north down there. Knucks maybe didn't see the very edge of that. We'll see. Oh, it's boots block. That makes sense. Maybe he did see it and just can't get to it. Oh, another cave up there. Is that a pass through? Is that a... Knucks going to go south. There's 2 caves going west here. Interesting. They could both be pass-throughs. One of them may be easier than the other. Ooh, Xarnax does get the kill, but not really because he takes the death before the kill there. Looks like reverse jump cave on the bottom side. $70 for the red Dyras. Not too amazing. That's less than vanilla. Knucks kind of gets stuck, getting stuck in this encounter with the red moblins. Moblins are sometimes so tough to deal with in the early game. They're just very annoying. They approach you. They're very aggressive. Their spear goes up and down. And it's sometimes tough to fight them. 150 for the oranges, though. That is twice as much as vanilla. Another red here as well. We also saw a small key in the drop pool. So we got 1-ups and keys. I don't know if that was both small enemy drop pool or not. So what is this? This is Medicine Cave on the top side. Interesting. Okay. So better to find this first, I think. Xarnax going to do some jump strats here. I don't know how many lives he's got left. We're about to find out. 1 life left. Okay. Can be kind of tricky in the dark here. Especially with the red dyer up front. We got a Gorilla in the back here. He's going to make it through. Knucks dealing with this red Dyra. Again, not having downstab, right? Taking it a little bit slower. Another red Dyra. Okay. And there's the key. It comes from large enemies. Okay, keys coming from large enemies here. Could also come from small, but at a minimum comes from large. There's the one up for Xarnax. That's a nice find. Knucks did get that already, so he's got 2 lives left. There are the boots. Great. Great that Knucks is in here as well. Yeah, so he might be a little bit easier now to just up an A with the boots and go right back to Mito, get yourself down step, or walk around and see if you can find the medicine. Might just be open and available somewhere. I mean, it's on the west, but it may be hammer blocked for all we know. If it's not, grab the medicine and just go through Mito one more time. So Xarnax kind of brain farting that he's just got the boots. He's going to take this bridge back, unless he wants the experience. He may want the experience. There's 150 orange diary. Oh, they don't respawn. Right. They don't respawn until you change the memory bank, which is going to require either going into town or going into a palace or changing continents. And then Xarnax immediately takes the water. Oh, then he's going to take the... No way. Oh, Xarnax, too funny. He's checking his jump cave here. There we go. Okay. All right, Knucks is back into... okay, so we might do a triple dip in the Mito for Knucks then. 1 to get the hint, the second to get downstab, and then the third to possibly turn in the the medicine for shield. All right, so now we're out and about in the world on Xarnax's side. We're looking for... What do we have? We've got 3 caves remaining. We've got raft and medicine out there, and then a mystery item as well. We've also got 2 pass-throughs that are going to be useless to us, and this is one of those 2 pass-throughs. And we've also got the need to find a way off of this continent, whether that's a raft tile or not, whether it's a cave, whether it's a bridge. We'll have to see. I do see a boulder-blocked cave over there, I thought, on Knucks' side. So there we go, on Xarnax's side as well. There we go, 2 boulder-blocked caves, so we may have the medicine or the raft boulder-blocked here. Or it might just be a red herring. That might just be a... It's not going to be a pass-through, though. Those could be connectors. One of those could be a continent connector. One of them maybe an item cave. They both may be item caves. We've got ferry, though, so as long as we can get a castable ferry, we can start going into palaces. Xarnax is going to take his 1 key into this palace. Maybe try to get Magic 3 at the same time. Knucks headed over in that direction as well. P1 just northwest of where he's at. Oh, but he hasn't really seen the southwest corner yet. There's a raft tile. I don't think Xarnax saw that raft tile yet, but yeah, we'll see if that's the way forward. We do have a drop room here immediately in 1. Knucks also going to join Xarnax here in this P1. Okay, we've got another elevator here. This one's going to have a door on the right-hand side, but an elevator down. Might have a boss, might have an item room available here. Also have the left at that crumble bridge landing room that Knucks is about to see right now. Ooh, door A or door B. We're going down and right. You can even opt to turn around. 500-point P-bag. We might be putting that towards magic. And we are. How much do we have for the fairy cast? It's going to be our top caster. 86. It is castable with 96 magic, so that's good. Knucks going to be getting that level coming up here soon as well. Yeah, is he going up? He's going up. Okay, he's going up. That 500 bag is going to be, again, coming to him soon. Oh, it's a dead end, though. Could be a key at the back of this room for Knucks, though. There will be a jar back here, so he'll... Oh, well, I guess he can't cast fairy just yet. Not a key, but a P-bag. He'll be able to get this magic level. Knucks casting jump. I don't know if that was for a fire check or anything else there. Xarnax riding the bubble near the top of the screen here. Just trying to get some extra experience, I imagine. This could be an item room or it could be a boss. It is going to be the boss, so the item is going to be left of our drop room. Or left of our landing room, I should say. You can always watch Xarnax to do some interesting boss kills. He, the down stab riding Horsehead's head. He's got a few other boss kills that are not impossible to do for other players, but generally fairly unique to Xarnax and his play style. All right, so we're going to be at 3-4-4 as we walk out. Are we going to come back in for the item? He is coming back in. He's not going to walk it back, so we'll see if he takes that left at the landing room, because that will save him a fairy cast, because we do know that Knucks showed us that dead end that was beyond the other door. Knucks about to hit Horsehead's room as well. I think he's out of the key. He's out of the fairy cast at the moment, but can just take the death on the boss. I don't remember what the boss dropped when I just watched that a moment ago. Xarnax almost getting bopped into the lava there. Now, if the bosses do not drop keys, then Knucks will have to go back and get, or a P bag, possibly get a level. 500. Okay, he can actually put it towards magic. He is going to. There's the item room. 41 for fairy. They both have magic 4. So yeah, cheap fairy. Well, cheapish. Cheap enough. But you do get 2 casts of it given our current maximum magic. The magic key in P1. Knucks not going back in for the item there. While we do 2 casts of fairy, that magic key is going to come in handy, I would imagine, more so than not, because you can now kind of dodge magic levels, and you can instead focus on life and attack levels right now for the early game, and that could be pretty big. I mean, we already have magic 4, so we've already dumped a good amount of experience into magic levels, but now we can try to ignore them as best as we can, if we want to. All right, so we're still missing... Oh, there's a bridge down there, and that goes to the east as we have looking like a dry canyon, possibly. Also could be mountainous that opens up there. 500 points on the desert tile. Town right next door. It is a free spell, Lifetown. All right, so Xarnax unable to find this last cave. Right, we do have access to another cave, right? We saw medicine, we saw trophy, we saw grass. I think that's all we've seen. Oh no, we've seen heart container cave as well, and or did we? Xarnax has it marked down as a raft. But that could just be, yeah, I'm going to say that he's just got items marked down in random spots on his tracker to remind him that those items are in the west. All right, we're going into P2 for Xarnax. With the key, this is, the only thing that's going to stop him right now is a glove block. Glove could just be in 2 for all we know, though. All right, what is Knucks going to do here? What is he going to show us? It also could be a volcano. There's a water tile down there. We've got the boots. There's a 3-6. Yeah, this could be pretty big for Knucks here. Hammer. Okay, that opens up those caves on the west. Item room in 2 right here for Xarnax. Ooh, blue Lizalfos. 500 points on the ground for Knucks. I wonder if he's going to try to kill this blue Lizalfo. He may or may not. No, he's just going to go. Looking like almost a one-sided caldera here. Knucks is not going to clear out that little southeast corner there. Candle in 2. Let's get this tracker up to date, shall we? All right, reflect for free in Nukasudo. Might be able to get in. We are able to get into this basement. We don't have a spell, though. There's the glove. Easy game. I mean, as long as there are no glove blocks in this, that's not looking good for Xarnax. Oh boy. I was gonna say, at least as long as there are no glove blocks in this 2, Xarnax will be able to complete it. And then if he can't do anything else on the west because of the boulder blocked item caves, then he'll eventually just find that bridge and play catch up here with Knucks. This 2's looking pretty linear, though. I'm not sure we had a junction before this point. So there's not too much time to be saved currently in here, although Xarnax is on his last life, so... Yeah, Knucks may also just go into that 3-6 over there. There's a... I'm assuming there's a pass-through that was on the top side. That dead-end cave. All right, sunken P-bag cave here for Knucks. I don't think we have any hints for the eastern continent at the moment, so this could just be anything. Xarnax wanting to grind these bubbles here. I didn't see how much it was worth. 70 or 100 maybe? Just a heart here in sunken. 70, okay. 70 for the Dripper as well. Oh, he might be trying to spawn Dripper enemies. That's why he's killing the bubble. One less bubble to deal with. Although if the bubbles respawn... Yeah, that's not a good spot to be. He's going to get hit by the... Oh, he is on a low health here. Is he going to take the magic level or let it ride? Okay, we do have access to Death Valley on Knucks' side. Oh, bad encounter, though. This is where Xarnax's candle would help, but neither runner having the cross, and Knucks did hit a Moa there on the way out of that encounter. All right, Xarnax took that magic level, it looks like. I don't think we had too much else up at the top side for Knucks, so he's going to head into here. Hopefully it's a pass-through. If it's not a pass-through, that'll be great information to have for him, because then he knows we'll need another connector. Oh, was that a lever? Is this the boss? It is the boss. Oh, well, Xarnax needs to be a little careful here. He's probably got a 2-shot. Yeah, it is a lever there in that cave for Knucks. All right, Xarnax is going to have Helmet Head down here. P4 in Death Valley. We do have Reflect for Knucks, but 41 to cast Fairy. Again, there's always this concern. We talk about this quite often because it is a real concern here. It's that he doesn't have any keys in his pocket right now. They are dropping, but he doesn't have any, so he has to rely on his logical fairy cast to get him through these rooms. And I didn't see how much Reflect was there at Magic 5. I mean, at Magic 4. Magic 5 is his next level, though. As I miss it again as I look at Xarnax's screen. So if this is the raft for Xarnax, this might head him down in the wrong direction. Although if he goes south from where he's at, he is going to see that bridge before the raft. Oh, it's the medicine, okay. So this should push Xarnax to the bridge because he can't use the raft right now. The raft and mystery item number 2, or the final item on the west, is they're both blocked by boulders. It seems like both those caves. I think it is just southwest of his position is where the bridge is at. Ooh, Knucks. Oh, wow. Yeah, he goes to pick the fight with the Doom Knocker, though. And if you can't kill him fast enough, you're just going to eat another mace there. 26 for Reflect. That's not bad. So, yeah, he should, assuming, Karak isn't terribly deep into this palace. All right, so Xarnax finds the bridge. This is what he needs to find here. So he's going to see Desert Tile. Hopefully he doesn't miss New Kasuto because that's the glove. Ooh, Knucks down to his final life, though. It's a little sketchy because we're going to need... He's got a bone to pick with this guy. He gets it. Item room in 4, though. We don't have any hints for 4, I don't believe. A 1-up. Well, I mean, if you're on your last life, a 1-up's not terrible to find. But you probably wanted something else because you're just an up and A away from getting your resources back. So Xarnax grabbing life as well out of Nibiru. Yeah, still trying to fight these Doom Knockers, but respawns at the top of that elevator and he's down and he's out of here. I think Knucks is just trying to get this level. See if it brings Fairy down at Magic 5 even further. I'm not sure if it does. Xarnax has Magic 5, but I have not checked his... Helmet Head guards the candle. Is that what that was? Good hint in Nibiru. Man, these Doom Knockers are just all over the place in really tight corridors, so Knucks either has to swallow a bunch of damage or cast Reflect to get through them. All right, so here's 3-6 for Xarnax. He's going to check the water tile as well. This will be his hammer. Hopefully this doesn't steer him back to the west immediately. Only after he finds the glove. This is Karak here for Knucks, but I think he's got to get a level, and then he's got to hope that he doesn't take any damage on Karak. Yeah, he can probably get it here. Of course, more Reflect enemies. So the Dripper was a little Guma in Palace 2, which is 1, 2, and 5 are the same Palace pool. And that means it's going to be a Doom Knocker in this Palace pool. So he didn't get a chance to see that. But even then, it might have blasted him in the face the moment it spawned. Anyway, he took the death and he's going back. He knows how to get the Karak. He's not going to be distracted by the item room this time. He's just going to hold right to the next elevator after the item room and just go up. Xarnax has decided to dig into this 3/6. We're not sure which it is yet. The glove is just, I don't know, about 20 to 30 tiles away from where he's at right now, though. So once again, you're hoping no glove blocks. Knucks cast jump in here. I think there's a key in here. Oh, we might have grabbed it already. I was waiting to see if Xarnax was going to cast life. This is P6, as we can see by those windows. I wanted to see how much life was going to refill, but I don't know if he can afford it right now. I'm sure he can. It's Magic 5. Yeah, so if we find a quick dragon, I do wonder if we're going to dig for an item. We don't know what the child may lock. Still could be a locked thunder. Oh, that's a game over for Xarnax. Was he just coming in here for some experience? Maybe. Knucks is definitely... Oh, is that a death? Is just a death to get his magic back, maybe? Yeah, okay. All right, Xarnax going to see his glove here in the... Oh. Okay. We'll just mark both of these down for Xarnax while I watch Knucks. Yeah, he is not too far away from Karak here. But he is once again on his last life, and there's a Doom Knocker up here. He does get Magic 5. Reflect is the same cost, but Fairy came down to 26, so that's very nice. Although that's, I think, a game over again. Yeah, that hurts. If Knucks got the magic key out of P1, that would have been a lot more helpful here. So you wouldn't have to rely on these fairy casts. So you'd just be able to cast Reflect throughout the entire dungeon here. Okay, we're just going high. That's why we're casting Jump. We're just going high over the enemies here. Well, this is going to be sunken for Xarnax as well. Going to be a heart container for him. Yeah, there are a lot of Doom Knockers in this P4. I mean, they only show up in Palaces 3, 4, and 6, so you always got to be aware of that they may just be in abundance, placed randomly throughout the dungeon, throughout the palace. Yeah, I guess it is a little bit further of a walk than I really originally considered getting to Karak, so he does have to go through a few doors and a handful of Doom Knockers. That attack 3 probably hurting as well. Yeah, this might be kind of a... Like, he knows where it's at, right? But it's kind of like a sunk costing at this point. It's like you don't really... You got the item. You can kind of just come back at any time because it's not really that far from that P6. Yeah, Xarnax not going back into 6. He's going to go into the Valley of Death as well. With Magic 5, he's got the cheaper fairies, so he can just push through these 3 encounters on 1 life. Assuming it does. Oh no, there's only 2 encounters there. Knucks getting hit by the recoil, man. That is something that does catch a lot of people. You just think the enemy's dead, and that mace is just going to fly off into the distance. But it maintains its boomerang properties. It will come right back at you. All right, is Xarnax going to go into this 4 as well? He is. And we know it's a pretty straight shot. Knucks going to head over to the right side. He does have the life spell as well, but he does need enough to get through, enough cast for Fairy to get through. Oh no! Is that no? Is that another? That's another game over, dude. This is hurting Knucks immensely. I mean, maybe Xarnax will have similar problems in this 4, but that attack 4 is doing a little bit better for Xarnax. Xarnax also is just a low percent runner as it is. So when it comes to combat, Xarnax is, I would say he's got the edge over Knucks here, but they both have down stabs. So it's really just, a matter of kind of bouncing over enemies you don't want to fight. Assuming they're not in tight corridors where you can't get around them. Xarnax takes the death there as well. That is going to be the item room elevator for him. He'll get a life back this time, but it obviously won't be back there in subsequent digs, if necessary. They're in the same room now. Oh, Xarnax just not going to check the elevator. Just going to go right. That could have been Karak. No, he's going to go back and check. Oh, he just wanted to... Oh, I see. This is a check right and then take the elevator. In case it's like a direction, he's just going to take it. Sort of the reverse of I want to go up the elevator, but I do want to know what's to the right as well. Okay, Knucks has got 2 lives left here. This is the Doom Knocker room. Yeah, that attack 4 is doing a lot better than this attack 3. That's not always the case, but it does certainly seem like it here. Well, maybe not. Maybe they're very similar. They're in the same room. Knucks is leaving, and Xarnax is entering. And as long as Xarnax checks the top of this elevator, he's going to be into Karak and probably out of here, unless he has some real bad luck on Karak. Okay, Knucks taking another death here. Is Xarnax doing the up-down? He is doing the up-down. Kind of. Nope, also taking a death there. Xarnax has a key, though, right? So he can just cast life if he needs to. It is only 38, and I've not gotten a read on how much it... There's the turbo mode. The turbo mode up-down. Oh, it looks like 1 bar of health. And Knucks does get it down. Okay. Oh, Xarnax takes another death here. This could be a game over here for Xarnax. Yeah, that life spell, pretty useless if that is just 1 bar. Wow. Karak spawning right in our face there. Wow, that is a game over for Xarnax as well. Karak is quite the beast today. His palace as well. Beating up the runners. Absolute beast of a palace and boss today. Well, Knucks is out of there. He's headed south. We're going to see where our Thunder spell is at. It has a 50-50. It's 50-50, right? For going to be child blocked. And it's child blocked. Where is our kid today? Knucks is going to go in and get that hint. He's still got one other item cave out here to go find, which is going to be Risen. I only say that because sometimes it's worth your time to just go see if you can find that cave, see if the child is just chilling in there. Same thing if you maybe have a connector over here. That it might be like to DM, and DM might just have the rock readily available right as you land, and maybe the child is stuck in DM there. Just little things like that. All right, Knucks is going to keep going in. Xarnax redigging 4 here. All right, where's our child today? Rebo, okay. Well, P3 is either down here for Knucks or it's on the maze. Because we've seen every other palace up to this point. Yeah, I think Xarnax just going to accept the death there. Yeah, that is P3 or P5 or 3, right? I think that's 5 or 3 here. 50-50 between which is on the maze and which is right next to Knucks. It is going to be P3. He doesn't know that, but it is P3. I think there are windows in this room that he's in right now. Yep. Yeah, Xarnax trying for a jar there. No jars in that room, unfortunately. All right, so we're just going to hold... We're just going to kind of do it on the far right side here. A lot of time to react to the beams for the most part. Oof. Got to get one more hit. There it is. Don't take any damage. You can, as long as the boss explosion happens for long enough. As long as enough of the animation has occurred, the boss will be dead when you enter back in. That's going to be 3 gems for Xarnax, getting that P2 down in the west that Knucks has not walked into just yet. Glove block up here in 3, but we've got our glove. All right, Xarnax with the up and A. He got that 16-20 level. I don't know what that was. I think that was life 6. Yeah, both runners at the same life level here. Knucks almost getting caught by the recoil on that mace again. I would check this north cave. That north-facing cave is a little too close to the other cave. I bet that north-facing cave is either Risen or it's a connector. I don't know what the minimum travel distance for caves is when it's placed in the overworld, but 2 tiles is probably too short. All right, so Xarnax also going to be grabbing Upstab and the child hint, I imagine. I think there was a dead end for Knucks over there. Man, look at this. Again, 3, 4, 6 having Doom Knockers, or having the ability to have Doom Knockers. Doom Knocker City, man. I'm not sure we saw that many in 6, but we also didn't see much of 6. P3 not going to be a very big palace, so Knucks will get through here soon enough. Yeah, Knucks still grabbing keys though. Again, that's one of those things that's really just it can be a very minor thing, but you know, Fairy is cheap and all, but just having the key and not having to worry about anything else, even though the life spell sucks right now and it's one bar refill, you still I mean, if you can cast if you have life and it's still just 1 bar, you get still 1 extra bar that you're going to get back. And even at full magic, Xarnax would get 2 cast of life, so you have 2 bars right now over Knucks. This is our item room. Yeah, you'll have to forgive me. I'm pre-marking some stuff so that I don't forget it later. Seeing as I'm the one tracking here. I can speak about it and then forget to mark it on the tracker after I talk about it, so we just pre-mark. Unless it looks like a sketchy situation that we may not be grabbing an item or killing a boss. All right, well, Knucks is going to walk it back out of there. I think we had a left at the previous elevator junction for him. And I think that was all we had available, seeing as it's a forced right here in P3. Oh, there were some other options here in this elevator. Oh, I'm thinking of a different elevator. Yeah, Knucks. I don't think that's Knucks' first cast of the life spell, but again, regardless, it is small refill. Now, the thing is, if you did want your magic back, there is a 50-50 jar in the room that Knucks is in, buried in the blocks. Could just be a surprise iron knuckle, though, so it might not be worth trying to dig it out in this palace pool. Xarnax having a little fun here with this room. Now, the thing is, he didn't get a chance to kill it, and I don't think Knucks did either the first time through, because it's just a dead end. And now he has to deal with it on the way back. Oh, was that not the way for Knucks? Because he is up and aid. Must have been a dead end there. Oh, no. It was just another down and right that looked just like the start of the palace. Okay. We found our way to Rebo. Xarnax getting a little beat up there. Knucks was doing the corner strat, and I guess he lost it. Now we're just fighting on the floor. I prefer the fight on the floor myself. The corner strat can sometimes not cooperate, so. But we'll get Rebo down on Knucks' side. That's 3 gems here. 42 minutes and some change. I think if Xarnax just keeps going this way, this will be his route to Rebo here. Oh no, this is a loop. Okay, yeah, that's a loop. All right, Knucks going to grab his Thunder Spell as well. Xarnax with the up and A. So we got to find our way to the maze. Could be the raft. Could just simply be hammer-blocked cave on the west to the raft tile that is also on the west, and that could be our maze. Could also be DM with the maze cave, the cave to the maze, buried in DM as well. It could just be down here in the south of the eastern continent. Again, I'm convinced, just based off of playing a lot of this game, is that That one north-facing cave is going to be something. It's a little too close to that southern pass-through. Oh, Knucks is out of here. Okay. Not finding Risen, which is fine at this point, I think. He's just going to check. Both runners know that the raft is over here in the west. And Knucks has seen the raft tile, whereas I don't think Xarnax has just yet. All right, 4 gems for Xarnax here. 44 minutes in. Heart Container Cave for Knucks. Again, Xarnax had pre-marked the raft in Heart Container Cave and the medicine in Magic Container Cave. They did end up there. Is this the raft? This is the Shell Flute, which for Crystallis, that is the dolphin, which acts as a raft in Zelda 2. At least the randomized version of it. So you know, another possible scenario here is that the raft does go to something like Death Mountain, and that Death Mountain isn't actually the way forward to the maze. And in fact, the cave is down here on the south side of the east. All right, Xarnax looking around here. He's got to find this item room. He knows that. Yeah, if he just holds right in this room, it will take him to the item room. This is where Knucks went first. Knucks went top side, then he went bottom side to Rebo. Flute, okay. All right, so is Knucks headed right to the raft tile, or is he going to hit up P2? See, P2 is right next to GP, so it's not that big of a deal. We're going to go to the raft here. Okay, where are we going? We are going to DM. Okay. Well, the rock is available somewhere in here if we want it. Spectacle rock to break open with a hammer. We have Hammer Cave if we feel like digging it. I'm not sure we're going to today, seeing as Knucks has already skipped Risen, P-Bag Cave on the east. And then, of course, we're looking for potentially a cave to the maze here, which, again, may or may not exist. There's our rock. What do we got? A container would probably be best. It is a magic container. Vanilla. Very nice find there. All right, Xarnax going to get his Thunder Spell as well. There's Hammer Cave. Yep, not going to dig it. Well, nothing really sticking out like a sore thumb here. We do have 2 caves out there. We may have actually... So here's another thing that may come into play. Like, I was concerned, like, just north of where Xarnax is at, there's a cave facing north. Which, might actually be part of the pass-through there. He's going to finish looking around here, though. I don't think Knucks did this final little trip here, the edges of the east. Like this, there's a cave down there. That could be Risen, though. Is this the fire spell in... Oh, we do have a cave to the maze. 2 caves there. I do wonder where that other cave goes. All right, so DM to Maze Cave. We're going to get a fire check. It doesn't look like shield or jump or fairy. It is Fire Thunder today. Didn't even have to dig the kit out. Oh, this is Risen. No, that's fine. Yeah, this is Risen. Okay. I'm not sure where that other cave on the maze goes to. Could be a dud connector for all we know. Anyway, we've got P5 here. We know Trophy in P5. I have a feeling we're not going to dig it out unless our runners have forgotten that this is what sits in P5. Knucks and Xarnax both have it tracked. Looks like the cross there in Risen. Not going to be too much of assistance here. Yeah, so what Xarnax going to do? Is he going to go back up to 6? I think that's faster to hit 6 from the west. Now, here's the thing, though. Xarnax, having not seen that raft on the western continent, this could slow him down. And Knucks still digging out keys over here. Oh, he's back to the west. Okay. Well, probably going to check for... He's seen the edges of the east. And so Xarnax should know that the raft isn't there. Especially because the rule is that you can't have the raft and the bridge on the same side of the continent. And so on... That was close for Knucks right there. And so on the east, we've got the bridge on the top side, which would require the raft to be on the south side, on the bottom side of the biome. And so because it's not there, that means our raft is, in fact, on a different continent. And that would have to be... I guess it could actually be something different, but in this case, it is the western continent. We'll see where Xarnax takes this, though. It is just... I mean, at worst, he knows to just kind of walk around the edges. Yeah, Knucks still digging around this 5. Didn't look like it was super free. We did have a few junctions to choose from, though. Good old life spell. Oh, boy. Okay, that was close. We might have looped around. I don't know if we've seen this elevator. Oh, there's a drop there. Oh, was that the Canadian hold room? I'm sorry, that was the Canadian hold room. Yeah, my bad. Well, the drop might be the answer. Yeah, we haven't been this way yet. If Xarnax is right there. There it is. Okay. I don't think he saw that earlier, so I'm going to assume that that was just, let's look around for another connector. Now he's got to find the cave, though, which, I don't know. There's 2 caves on the maze. Again, one of them does not have to be functional. And by that, I mean that cave from the maze could just be a little pocket of closed-off area. Meaning it's just a dud connector that is wasted. You only need 3 connectors to reach 4 continents when you start on one of those continents. And so the randomizer doesn't guarantee that if it doesn't have to use one, it may just end up not using it. Now, Xarnax will see Hammer Cave up here. I wonder if he'll dig it. Again, at this point, I mean, you really don't need anything. But after some point, you look around and then you just start playing the game where I'm going to walk in every cave. I'm going to check every cave and just see what's what, because sometimes it's a little confusing to look around. Oh, Xarnax is going to... Nope. Okay. Tempted for a moment, but then like, yeah, we're 52 minutes in here, and really the best thing I can find is either my 8th match. Oh, there was a cave right next there. They were both there. They both accessed right off of DM. Okay. Great. I'm glad we saw both caves. That's funny. That's funny that they both saw the opposite cave of one another. Oh, no, not Guma's room. I'm sorry. False alarm. I looked over at Knucks and I saw the elevator there. Very, very similar to the boss room. Xarnax is going to check for items, though. Heart? Not a bad... I mean, if you're going to find anything at this point, it's resources, what you're looking for, instead of like P-bags or 1-ups or a jar. Again, really the last thing that Xarnax needs on his tracker is going to be the trophy, which is in P5. All right, well, as is customary, I'm not doing a good job of routing this 5 along with Knucks. So Xarnax is on his own for whichever direction he wants to go. It does look like an immediate dead end to the right there, though. I think they were in the same elevator a moment ago. I think Knucks is up and left. Well, if that's the case, if Xarnax... No, Knucks was not up and left from where Xarnax is. Oh, here we go. Okay, we found Guma. Not a seemingly terrible P5, but we did have to do a little looking. Last life for Knucks, though. No shield spell. Again, medicine was west, and shield is in Mito. While Xarnax did get the medicine spell, he hasn't turned it in either. And Knucks did not get the medicine. But they both have the hint for it, so they know where to get it. Oh, that is a game over. How do we get back here? You know, it's really hard to know how much a game over costs a runner unless you're really able to time it easily, or unless the boss is really close to start, and then it's easy to kind of tell that it's really not much of a time loss overall. But in this case, all the game overs to Karok and the game over to Guma now, I do wonder. So I wonder if Xarnax is going to make this jump. He's going to try, but that was a little early. Is he going to take the drop? I don't know if he has to go this way. Knucks did go this way, but I don't know if it resulted in anything. Because Knucks probably has the direct path back to Guma at this point. Oof, these fast bubbles in this room. Knucks grabbing the fairy here. They are in the same room there. That is the same room. Okay. Xarnax, okay, not going to go up and left. Yep, there's the fairy. Xarnax probably just going to go down and right. Okay. If this is a dead end, I wonder if we'll just come back and go up and left. We're back on our Guma fight, though, for Knucks. Got a life up there. Yeah, life is so disappointing. And it's probably a... Man, it could be a 2-shot. Could also be a 3-shot. But given his current health, it's going to be a 2-shot. I don't know about full health, though. Oh, wow. It is a 2-shot, even at full health. That's almost 3.5 bars that he loses on life 6. Man, okay, well, I think Xarnax is on the correct path, just from a different direction. Yeah, all eyes on Knucks with the Guma fight here. And you know it, too. You know it when it's a Guma fight, when it's a Thunderbird fight, everyone's watching you. It's like, oh, God, I hope I don't mess this up. Looking good so far, though. Both runners going to have attack 5 for this. Guma, the traditional skate backwards, while winding up a very, very heavy weapon. One more bar. Oh, that's how we get... Oh, boy. Yeah. Oh, no, wait. The life spell is good. Wait, what happened there? Did we... That was 3 bars of health we just got back. Xarnax is close. All right, well, that's, yeah, Knucks gets it down. Have I been lied to the whole time about the life cast here? I thought it was 1 bar. All right, maybe, no, Xarnax can't cast life right now, but maybe he'll have an opportunity in a moment. Anyway, that's 4 gems down for Knucks. He's got 6 on the east and 2 right next to GP to take care of. I do like to watch Xarnax's, what's his name? Guma fight, though. We may not see how much life refills at this point. I apologize if I'm wrong on the life refill amount. I really thought it was 1 bar. We've been talking about it being just 1 bar the whole damn time. It is just 1 bar. Maybe it's 2 bars. Anyway, that was a much cleaner and much faster Guma fight, which does result in a much shorter P5 for Xarnax. This P6, though, could be a thing. Xarnax has seen a small amount of it, but no real read on any direction. We'll see which way Knucks goes. There is definitely going to be a right direction versus a wrong direction with all these junctions. Knucks not checking the bottom elevator there. Was Knucks in her earlier? That seems like quite the play to not check the elevator. I mean, maybe he was in here earlier and I just missed it for a moment. I thought he just checked and then he just checked the water tile and then he was out of there. He never came back. And Xarnax is the one who did the digging in here. Interesting. Well, I think Xarnax is about... Well, Xarnax has only 6 left, so yeah, he's headed to 6 as well. Okay, we did see Xarnax hit this particular junction. There must be something at the bottom that I'm just not aware of at this elevator, because Xarnax also not going back down there. But Xarnax has been this way before. I don't know if he remembers that, but this is kind of where he was before when he took the death. I think game over and was out of here. Xarnax might be taking a slightly different path now, though. He's going through a door room, which he would have had the key for when he was in here before, so he definitely didn't go this way, given the door was still in place. Very kind generator for Xarnax in this room versus Knucks's bad Mowheads. And that's a dead end there in P6. For Xarnax, that is. Looks on a pretty linear path here. Oh, is it down and left here at start? Okay. All right, we got 2 of these rooms. Or... yeah, we must have 2 of these rooms. That we saw one on Knucks' side and one on Xarnax' side. Oh no, it's the same room because it loops to start. That's start. Okay. Okay, no, that makes sense. This is kind of funny. Good old 6 has got a gigantic loop in it. At least it's, I mean, I guess it's, at least it's a loop, and you can kind of tell the two wrong directions then. It was a left, I believe, right behind where Knucks is at, and I don't know in relation to where Xarnax is at. Oh, we had another junction here. I might be wrong on that left. Oh, just hold right. Okay, easy. Just hold right and take it to the top of the elevator. The old P4 routing. Okay, jumpless jackhammer. Or did we cast jump? No, that was jumpless jackhammer, because now we're casting jump. Very fancy kills from Xarnax. Claps, applause to the audience, man. Wow. Oh, dead end for Knucks. Oh, that's the dead end that Xarnax had seen earlier. I just love watching Xarnax's boss kills, man. Well, Knucks hopefully just holds right at this point. There is that left that I thought was the correct direction, but it wasn't, so... We also never saw the item in 6, so the item is down one of those last 2 lefts. Well, Xarnax is going to go over to GP now. We'll see. He didn't go back to Mito to turn in medicine for shield, so we'll see how he fares in this particular GP. I don't think Knucks is on the right path. I could be wrong, though. But that's 6322 on my dashboard here. 6322, Xarnax into GP. Linear to start. Got an emoji room that's pretty timid. Oh, there's a drop room here on Knucks' side. I don't know where that other elevator was. I thought that was just a hold right situation. This is like to get a drop him into the one room that leads back to start. Oh, it looks like it just drops into itself. Speaking of timid, the second waffle, a little busier. Our second emoji, a little busier. Item room in 6. We're going to grab it. Feels kind of bad. We've seen so much of the 6 at this point. Again, it's got to be a container. And a pretty close to start, no junctions beforehand Thunderbirds, so options galore may exist beyond this point. Or it may be completely free. I apologize if I'm too loud, Drosy. It's the Z2R excitement that just gets me hyped up. Ooh, taking a little damage there on Xarnax's side. We keep the pendulum going, though. That's what you need to do. Stay on the move. Anytime you stop, Thunderbird will just close in on you and start raining fire in all directions and make it very difficult to get around. So there it is. We do have Thunderbird down on Xarnax's side. Knucks still looking for this dragon, man. Well, we have potentially a 4-way here. It could just be a 3-way, though. It is going to be a 4-way. Well, the meme, as we've been talking about... Oh, is that... It could just loop into itself, or do we have stacked 4-ways? Xarnax's not going to check the loop. Because that could just be stacked 4-ways. I think he's going to look for a small item here, potentially. Oh, that's right. We do have Fire Thunder. Oh, 1 up. There it is. He's going to take phantom damage, and that's going to kill him, but that's fine. Okay, Knucks is in the right place of this palace. Okay, he needs to stay down. I got Twin Peaks room over here on Xarnax's side. This is a landing room, so we now need to be a little concerned about drops that are available. Ooh, King Bot in a phenomenal spot. Oh, attack 5. Not enough to kill a King Bot. Are we going to take the dip? We take the dip. There's the dragon for Knucks. That was a very long P6, though. Like, he's seen every direction other than the dragon at this point. All right, jump spell going to come in handy here on this waffle. I was going to say, with bubbles, you run into potential for King Bots to be in here as well with this enemy set. We are back to a 4-way. Is this a different 4-way? Or... I didn't see what was in the other one. Is this the same? No, it's a different 4-way, and there's Darklink. Okay. Just go right at the 4-way until you hit the next 4-way, and then go right at that 4-way, and there's Darklink. The meme routing continues to prove useful. Yeah, Knucks trying to get the double level here. Unfortunately, I'm not sure this will continue too much longer. he may just throw in the towel after this. 8 hits for Dark Zelda. Get jumped on. Wow, this fight kind of a little stubborn. Okay, and there it is, the GG for Xarnax. Taking first place with the official racetime.gg race room time of 1 hour, 8 minutes, 52 seconds, just shy of the 69. We'll see if we get Xarnax in here for an interview. Knucks going to continue on for the moment, for the time being. He just has P2 next to GP. He might also feel kind of bad that 4 for him and the 6 for him were just really, really time consuming. And so at that point, you're just kind of in a position where you might not be interested to give an interview. You just kind of keep cruising. But he does have P2 to do before he's going to be ready for GP. But they are right next to each other. P2's up and GP is down. Yeah, this will put Xarnax at 2-2 and Knucks at 1-3, going into the 5th week here of our Swiss rounds for seeding before we go into the bracket stage of the 2024 Standard Tournament for Zelda 2 Randomizer. Xarnax in the waiting room, joined by Xarnax. GG Xarnax.
Hey, thank you.
Well, I guess maybe just hear your thoughts first on this one. What did you think? Any confusion? Any mishaps, missteps? Anything?
I know there were a couple times I was worried about, like, I know I missed both the raft and the raft tile and the bridge in the southwest of the Western continent my first time around it. And I'm trying to remember how I got to the east.
East was the bridge on the south side.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so when I was, by the time I had finished clearing out the east, I was definitely kind of wondering how long I was going to have to explore to find Death Mountain or Maze Island. I felt mostly things went pretty smoothly.
Yeah, they did. I could report that they did for you.
I guess leaving 6 was a little bit disappointing. They were just, once I knew that it was 6 and not 3, and I didn't have the glove yet, and there, like, I didn't have any reason that I needed to be there, and it wasn't terribly hard to get to. It made more sense to me to make sure I was 100% going to be able to complete it. I also, I guess probably the biggest unusual setback in this one for me was life. I was wanting shield or life spell for a while. Particularly, I particularly noticed that during the Karak fight.
Yes. Yeah, we can talk about that in a moment. But yeah, I mean, the early game was what it was. You were both finding the boots at about the same time. You found them just like a screen earlier than Knucks did. So you're both off to the races to see what the Western continent had in store. Knucks did see the raft tile, and you both had the hint for the medicine, but Knucks did not have a hint for the raft. That hint was in that hint was off of the bot, I believe, in Saria. And so Knucks did not go that far into Saria to get that hint, but you did know that was over there. But at the end of the day, you had a boots blocked cave and 2 hammer blocked caves. So then you were kind of looking around, you found that bridge, and off to the east you went. Knucks had already shown us that, and he saw a little bit of the east before you did. He saw water tile and Nukasudo before you did, and so he had already shown us the glove was there as well. And that was while you were kind of digging into 2, and so and getting 2 done. But other than that, I mean, like you said, you kind of ran out of things to do on the east, and so the only logical thing is to just come back to the west to see what I want to do and what I missed, and those boulder blocked
Right.
caves over there. You had the hammer off the water tile, and so and you had the raft hint. So you're just like, okay, well, there's something over here because it's not on the east, and yeah, I was just kind of like walk back and then do DM. Now DM I think could have been trickier. Again, Nux was just kind of ahead. Nux didn't do 2, whereas you did 2.
Okay.
Otherwise, you did do the palaces pretty much side by side at very similar times. But this is why Nux was kind of like out of areas before he was showing us some of the overworld before you were. He did come back. He didn't.
Right.
You did a better sweep on the south side of the east, whereas he just got done with 3. Got the kid out of there, turned it in for Thunder, and was kind of out of there at that point. Did not even find Risen Peabag Cave, and so he left. So while he had some trouble in some palaces, which we'll talk about in a moment, he did fall a little behind in palaces. But then, because he didn't do the better sweep on the east, he did gain some time over you. Hit the raft tile and showed us DM. Showed us one of the 2 cave connectors to the maze there. That was interesting. Yeah, that was interesting.
Oh, that was hilarious. I mean, it made sense. I was. Yeah, when I went back to the west the first time, I remembered there were 2 boulder block caves, and then I had forgotten about the boots blocked cave until I saw it. And then but in my head I was like, there are still 3 item caves that I haven't cleared out here, so I'm still missing. Like, I'd be surprised if one of these leads to Death Mountain or Maze Island, but there might be another cave somewhere I'm missing, and one of these might be the connector, and the other one's an item. And so I mean, that's why I cleared them all out, and then the flute, like, and all the item hunting I did when I was in go mode was just hoping for hearts.
Yeah, that check on the maze as well, getting you one extra heart there before 5.
Yeah, that definitely helped.
What was the refill on the life spell today? Was it 1, 2, or 3 bars?
Pretty sure it was 1.
Okay, I thought it was 1 as well, but I could have swore that Nux casted it. He might have spammed it, but he got a few bars off, it looked like. But yeah, let's talk about Palace 4 here. Nux is gonna oh nope, he just threw in the towel here. So sorry, I'm a little ahead of everyone in the audience. I saw it out of the corner of my eye. I was gonna say it looks like he's gonna finish this. He's on Thunderbird, but presumably he does take a death and a game over here maybe. And just let's just wait a moment here because we can talk about these palaces. All right, Nux is he's doing all right. Nope, there's the death, and there's that is the game over. Okay, game over and forfeit for Nux. It was still a little bit to go after Thunderbird. Speaking of Nux, welcome in, GG.
GG's.
GG.
We were talking early game routing. We'll just kind of talk about that again. I wasn't sure how long you were gonna take, so we just kind of dove into it with Xarnax, but we'll briefly talk about it again. Where you did see talking about Nux here. Nux, you did see the raft tile early on. There was a hint for the raft on the west. It was in the back of Saria. Xarnax did show us that, but again, it was behind a boulder block cave anyway, so no one had it too early. After the east, Nux, you kind of dipped out of there after getting Thunder, not even doing any other, like, I called it the full sweep of the south side of the east there. You didn't do that. You just kind of up and aid, went back to the boulder block caves, got the raft out of there, took the raft tile, headed right to DM. And so you were showing us, you first showed us the east, you showed us the glove location first. You did show us that raft went to DM and that there was a cave on DM that led to the maze. And you did show us a lot of overworld stuff before Xarnax, because Xarnax did do P2 early on, and so he had that amount of time in P2 that he was kind of behind you exploring the overworld. And so you did have a little bit of a lead in some areas, but then palaces happened, and I think just overall, Nux, for you, the palaces were much more punishing than they were for Xarnax here.
Yeah, I got stubborn in P4 and went a lot longer than I probably should have.
Yeah. You both took a game over. Xarnax took a game over to Karak, but Nux took, I don't know, 2 or 3. There was a bit of stubbornness there that you just wanted to get through that because you knew where Karak was, and you just wanted to get to him and finish this. But the beams kept catching you, and life spell wasn't amazing today, and no shield spell or anything like that. So that P4 was pretty detrimental. Again, because you had that little bit of lead minus whatever you would have to redo in P2, but you had a little bit of lead going into the east and getting all these things done. And 4, while it should be an easier palace, man, P4, all the Doom Knockers in there were not friendly to you.
Yeah.
It was rough. It was rough for sure.
I'm not sure if there was a jar refill chance that I couldn't find or not on the path to Karok.
I don't believe so. I saw you stabbing some jars. I don't think there was anything in there. But here's what I will say. Xarnax, you pulled the magic key out of P1, whereas Knucks, you did not. You killed Horsehead and you were out of there.
I was wondering about that.
Yeah, and so the fairy cost. I think you were first to Magic 5 as well, Xarnax, but you had the key. And then Knucks, I think you were still sitting... no, you might have been Magic 5 in P4, because that's what brought fairy down to 26. Reflect was 26, and so... it made it a little bit more manageable getting through those doors, getting through the Doom Knockers and whatnot. But it was still, man, it was still a rough palace overall.
Yeah, at least there were keys in the pool, so that made it a little better.
Yeah, that is true. And you were digging, like I saw you digging numerous keys out from some of the other palace rooms as well. And yeah, anything to just help minimize the amount of magic required to get through some of these rooms. Coming to P5 on the maze, oh man, Knucks, you were first to Guma, but you did take another game over there. But before that point, that P5 was, the layout was really giving you the business. And it gave Xarnax a little bit of business as well, but Xarnax was able to clear it, I think, on one go, but you did hit a longer loop to get to the elevator where you had to take a left to go to Guma. So while you did take a little bit of time in 5 Xarnax, I think you were able to push through there in just one go. And I mean, Guma is a tough fight, but I mean, I always have to give it to Xarnax here that Xarnax does an amazing Guma fight, and today was nothing short of that. So he just again, just for everyone out there, just Xarnax is a low percent runner, so he's practiced some of these fights at extremely low life levels, attack levels, and whatnot. So yeah, he's got a lot of experience in some of these fights and so dodging. Well, you get sloppy sometimes, but today Guma did work out for you. Guma did work out very well.
Second try.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Guma is, I mean, like low level. It's hard to beat him consistently if you're playing as aggressively as I like to. That's not safe at all. He's too erratic.
Yeah. He likes to just skate around.
But I will say that the practice came in very handy for Helmet Head. I'm not sure if you were tracking my lives in 2, but I could not take any damage from Helmet Head, or I would have game overed.
Yeah, I believe I did mention the 0 lives. I knew that you couldn't take a hit there, but yeah, that worked out well in P2 as well. That because P2 was, man, I that was very, very far away at this point. I can't recall how bad P2 was for you, if it was bad, but you were in the lower levels, so I think it would have taken you longer over Knucks' dig anyway, because Knucks came in there with very much higher levels.
Yeah, it felt fairly long, and I game overed at least twice. I may have gotten a 1-up, or not game overed, but died at least twice. May have even gotten a 1-up and lost another one, but yeah, that was a big sigh of relief when I got out of there without having to go through it again.
And then finally 6, Xarnax, you dug into 6 a little earlier, like you were saying, before Knucks came in here, and just took the death. I don't know if you were in there for just experience to get the level, or you were actually looking to clear, but I think you came in there with experience and no lives in your pocket, or 1 life or something. You did take the game over, and I think you opted to just step out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so you did return later. Knucks, you were first into 6 to start digging around over Xarnax again, but geez, man, it's just all the wrong turns the whole time. I mean, you both took there was a big loop in 6, and you both took it in different directions, and you crossed over in the same room at some point that I called out. But other than that, beyond that crossover, that crisscross in the loop there in 6, after that, I think Xarnax was pretty much just hold right, I think is what it was, beyond a certain elevator, and then Barbara was at the top of the next elevator over. And man, I mean, Knucks, you just saw everything in there, including the item room. And I don't know, man. I mean, palace routing today was, And apparently I've got someone at the door. So Palace routing was not in your favor, Knucks. Talk about it for just 2 seconds.
Yeah, and just some days I can luck into a good Palace route, and some days I can't. Today was one of those days where I couldn't.
Yeah, I felt like most of the palaces I saw almost the entire thing. Like 6 in particular was the very first room was a down elevator or an option to go right, and Barba. If you went down, you were 2 or 3 rooms away from Barba, and the entire rest of the palace was that right. Which I'm pretty sure I cleared all of that out before I went down that elevator.
Yeah, I went right to start, and then I found
Mhm.
I took that all the way back around to that elevator.
Yeah, apologies for that. I am back here.
No worries.
Anyway, yeah, you're talking about that 6, and that was pretty much it. I mean, 1 was free, and 3 was free, so there was really nothing going on there. You needed the child. You both kind of dug it. I guess maybe Knucks was a little bit better. He did find the child first, then saw Rebo, and then got out of there. But yeah, I mean, overall, GP wasn't too bad. It was just Knucks, you were on Thunderbird there, and from that point forward, it was either the next room or one more room after that. There was a 4-way elevator. Was that a loop into itself, Xarnax, or no?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Yeah, you didn't.
We saw the same room again later, but that was a different one.
Yeah, you did. Like we in 2 races this week, we've had stacked 4-ways. So when you went down, it could have been another 4-way. So
yeah,
you didn't confirm it going up.
Explore enough to to conclude either way for sure.
But yeah, you just continue to hold right beyond that point. Another few rooms, elevator up into another 4-way, and then Darklink was just to the right. So there wasn't anything too tricky to get to Darklink. It was kind of just a hold right situation. And yeah, so Knucks, you really weren't that far behind, all things considered at this point.
I mean, if that was a stacked 4-way, then it could very easily have, I mean, making the wrong choice to go right from would have cost you a bit of time.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. But I don't know. I think we recapped everything here. Xarnax are going to be 2-2. This is the 1-2 matchup. So 2-2. Knucks are going to 1-3. We'll start with you, Knucks. Any final thoughts on this race other than palace layouts sometimes suck? But anything?
I'm just glad we got magic tonight.
That's true. Xarnax, any final thoughts from you?
No.
All right. Well,
not really. Yeah. Thanks again for putting on the show.
Yeah. Thanks for putting this on for us.
Absolutely. Golden Devil, thanks for the restream. Golden Devil's going to take us out. We got another Z2R race happening right now, which will probably get a VOD restream at a later point in time, but I'm sure there's other Zelda stuff on the schedule. So all yours, Golden Devil.
Yeah. Thank you, Mirai, for commentating, tracking, and GG's to both of our runners. This may be it for tonight. There is one other race that might have volunteers, a Link to the Past RMG race at 9 p.m. Eastern. But we have a very busy weekend here with the beginning of the Ocarina of Time Season 8 tournament, some closing rounds of Wind Waker Season 7, Minish Cap any %, Link to the Past randomizer. So ZSR channels are going to be very busy the next 2 days, so keep your eye out. We're going to go right over to Audio Pixie, who's doing a Twilight Princess rando. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good night.